Hello everybody, this is Cornell with the Imps Ting podcast show and today I'm doing a match preview of Lincoln City versus Swindon Town for today's game at the LNER Stadium right here, right now. So before we get into the podcast, please leave a like and a subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also leave a comment down below and tell me your thoughts about the score prediction for tonight's game and who do you think Appleton is going to play tonight against a very poor Swindon Town who haven't been in the best of games. So without further ado, let's get on with the Imps Ting podcast show to talk about, to preview tonight's game. So, we Lincoln City go head toe-to-toe with Swindon Town, who haven't been in the best of form, who have basically lost most of their games. One or two games, the most of them they've lost them. And obviously we are looking to increase the point gap lead at the top of the table, and before we go into our tougher game against Plymouth on this Saturday coming. Obviously for me, this is a big controversy right now, because obviously Appleton doesn't know who is he going to put out, because there's injuries to Brickcup. There's injuries to Jackson, who's 50-50, who might not play. Anthony Scully is 50-50 as well. Harry Anderson is injured, so he cannot play, really. So it's really making Appleton scratch his head and thinking, who does he put out? Does he give the youngsters a chance? Will we see Ben Solsalt come? Will we see Sean Rowan come into it? Will we see the same team from Wigan play against but a different lineup prior to the Wigan game? Will we see that? Who knows with Michael Appleton? But obviously, you know, we've come out from a 2-1 win against Wigan last Saturday. And obviously, you know, Hull drawing 3-3 against Doncaster Rovers, despite Doncaster was like 3-2 down and they pulled it back and equalised through their main guy for their player. So thank you very much to the Doncaster Rovers for doing us a favour and making us still be top of the table, and come tonight we will be top of the table. So for me, my prediction, my lineup prediction will be Palmer in goal to keep his his clean sheet alive. The midfield defence for me, I think there could be a shuffle, because obviously TJ Oldham's played a lot of games and I won't be surprised if he obviously gets a rest. But for me, I think Poole as well, especially with no Walsh, and 50% that Jackson will probably play tonight. But if he doesn't make it, then I think it's going to be Poole at right back, in two centre backs of Monsimer, TJ Oldham, and definitely on the left as well. For me, I can see Bramall playing on the left as well after his dominance against Wigan. Midfield for me, I think it's going to be a little bit of a shovel. Will James Jones play in that midfield? Will Max Sanders play in that midfield? Or will Tayo Edun play in that midfield? But I have a gut feeling that it might be out of Sanders or James Jones. But for me, I'll definitely give it to Tayo Edun. Put Edun back in midfield. Then have James Jones and McGrandles playing in that midfield too, if George Grant can't make it tonight, because he's 50-50. So for me, I think the midfield will be Edun, McGrandles and Jones. And then on the left side, I mean, it's quite difficult without no Scully, no Harry Anderson. So for me, on the right, for me, it'll be Morgan Rogers, definitely. Tom Hopper up the middle, and then on the left will be Johnson for me, because with those two and Hopper, I mean, Hopper can hold up the ball. You need Hopper for his holding up ball prowess and going towards goal. So that is my prediction of who I think will definitely play against Swindon Town tonight, because obviously they've been in a poor run of form. So obviously, I mean, they would want to respond. They'll need to respond to us, but we need to respond as well, definitely, especially going into this game and then the tougher games coming up ahead. My score prediction for me will definitely, I think it's going to be bigger. I think it's going to be 3-0 to the Mighty Imps. Between 3-0, 2-0 to Lincoln. First goal scorers for me will definitely be Hopper and Brennan for me. They'll run riot. I think Brennan and Morgan will run riot along the Swindon defence. I could see it. Definitely. And then I think Hopper might score. But for me, I think it's the 3 points is coming home. So thank you for watching this video. If you have enjoyed watching this, please leave a like and a subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. Thank you to the 158 subscribers, and I can't wait to do another video, and I'll see you in the next video. Up the Imps.